Here's some more stone showing the splitting process. The stone being set up to get thin slices. Here's an example of the napping that goes along the edge, and then this is sliced off of a larger stone. Some stones are turned into cleavers by slicing it twice. This is an example of the preparation for knocking off this cortex side. This is all hard stone, just ready for splitting up to make smaller pieces. This is one that the cortex has all been hammered off, so it can either be split or more blades can be taken off that way. This is an example of the splitting process. This is a slice from stone. Trade goods. Well, this is actually a tool. This is a scraper. But it could also be trade goods. There's also, well, we'll get to that later. These are little slices. For instance, these slices that comes from this are little thin slices that are turned into tools. And trade goods, I think. Thin slices. This stone looks like that. I think what this this village, I can't say little, it might be really big, was into tool manufacturing and trade. And some of these images are, well, they have extinct animals on them, on the trade goods themselves. And I don't know what that says. Does it say they're over 10, 12,000 years old? Sure seems like it with the images I find on some of these things. Sometimes well, here's a tool, here's a split that ended up with a drill on that end, a crescent cutting blade right there, and a knife right here. 3 tools in one split. I hope you folks aren't looking at this like a primitive caveman, folks. I think this one we got to talk about. This one has the eagle eyes right there. Really well worn, but that's the eyes of a bird. And this is a wing going this way, and the other wing folds over. And this right here is 2 powerful legs, and the claws come right down here. And you can see the little claws, how they made them. And it is holding on to that snake. Tail goes here, goes around here, and there's the head of the snake. And the snake is attached to that Thunderbird's wing. That wing. It's awesome. And this is just trade goods. I mean, it hasn't been turned into a tool yet. Huh. This one was red. But there's just lots and lots of trade goods. These tools, the slice left the cortex on, and the cortex part is the handle of the tool. Little handheld knife. And this cortex was left on so it could be held really comfortable for another blade This one is, the Cortex is here for a little cutting edge right there. A little crescent, sharp edge. And it almost seems like that's the whole purpose of it. Nothing else is really sharp. From both sides, it's a little cutting edge. That was the purpose of that tool. But this is one of the awesome ones. It has a Thunderbird fussing with a snake. Thunderbird has a snake by the back of the neck there, and the snake has the Thunderbird by the wing. And it's also a horse. You might call it just a simple tool. But these folks put pictures on everything. Here's another one that has a Cortex as a handle, and there's the blade part. I don't really think it's a blade. I think it's a crescent scraper or cutter. And this has got like, well, we talked about this one. This one is so cool. I mean, really, folks. Is it just me? Or is there a naked woman right there? Anyway, and then for I think these slices that are sliced off these stones are trade goods. I would have to have a flint knapper tell me, but I mean, could someone take that and nap some stuff out of it? But these are just perfectly nice little stones. And that could be split again. That I find often. And they have to be trade goods. I can't think of anything else to be. So that's my hypothesis, is that this is a village dedicated to making stone tools.